Big shout out. Everybody give the warmest of welcomes to Fe'la Iniko.
Yeah.
Oh, Fe'la got that ultra AD HD blue. Not the red, he got the blue.
Peace and love. Y'all killing me.
On the wall back there. Let's do
it. Y'all already know. What's the word, man? Peace and love, y'all.
Peace and love, brother. Yeah, we was just saying that we was just saying how peaceful you is. People try to hate on you for certain things.
Backstage. I heard that.
Hell yeah. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm evolving. Most importantly, I'm evolving. That's the most important thing.
Okay. Evolving. I like to hear it.
Yeah. So, how y'all doing?
We doing good, man. It's been a good week. Just blessed. Corey recovering.
It's a breath of fresh air to be on here because I can like you get on these interviews with people that just want to like talk to you and ask these questions and stuff like that, but you can't really talk hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Almost like LeBron talking NBA basketball to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't really know the X's and O's, how him and JJ Riddick do their thing. To be able to come on this platform is a breath of fresh air. I can let certain terminologies free.
Okay.
10 seconds. 10 seconds to the interview. I'm picking up what you're putting down, King. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly who you talking about. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
So on that note, we'll jump right into just talking about hip hop, man. How are you feeling about the state of hip hop right now, as far as just the other artists that you see out in the game? Like, what other artists are you liking right now out there?
Hip hop is it's no coincidence that the state of hip hop is kind of coincides with the economy. People aren't really moving, shows aren't really as much. Like it's not much of a push because people are trying to figure out life. They trying to get groceries, they trying to pay rent. Like it's a little harder than usual. So, I feel like people are about to have a whole lot of shit to talk about. I feel like there's about to be a big boom, especially with Kendrick Lamar and the whole Drake beef making a highlight on lyrics now. People like looking at people highlighting lyrics and shit like, oh, y'all care about lyrics now, huh? Okay. So it leaves an open door for more of the real hip hop. I feel like hip hop is kind of thirsty for real MCs right now. It's just like, yo, we need the real MCs right now.
Okay. Shout out to Wills and the Billy. Wills, we're gonna send you the URL a little later when we get to the music reviews. Fe'la, who you got? Who you got in that battle? Drake or Kendrick? Who won?
From LA.
Kendrick.
Oh, okay.
Kendrick won.
It's niggas who don't listen to Kendrick in LA. Like my homies was like, well, Drake my favorite rapper ever. But niggas Compton, nigga.
Nah, but like even lyrically, like if you talking bar for bar, he hands down won that one. Like I feel like Drake's best song was the last one that he made, the last one that he put out. That was probably the best.
The
slower
one, the hard part 6.
Yeah, the hard part 6.
Okay,
yeah, that was the best one he had. Everything else was I wasn't feeling none of them. I wouldn't feel nothing Drake was putting out.
That's a bold statement.
Chat, like, who y'all had Drake or Kendrick winning that? Winning that. I just want to see what everybody in the chat got going on. But yeah, I thought it was. Well, we all have Kendrick except for Karan, of course. So Karan is overvoted.
Of course, about
because you're a Drake stan.
Yeah.
Look, when you a writer,
that's not fair because that's minimizing my music opinion. You a Kendrick stan, and
that's like, true. That's true.
You pick Kendrick because you're a Kendrick stan. No, you gonna say no. I picked Kendrick because he won.
Kendrick, he for one he writes his shit. Let's put that out there. For one, he writes his shit.
We gotta stop this narrative. We do gotta stop this narrative that Drake don't write nothing.
Bro. Hey, no, he does. But you know what hurt me when I found out he didn't make Mob Ties, bro. That
Yeah,
shit
Mob
had
Ties
me
was a little
sick,
tough.
bro.
It's a lot of shit coming out, man. It's a lot of shit coming out that
Come
niggas
on,
already
man.
knew. You know, like certain, like I get it. Having a writer is for constructing a song. Maybe like, look, this is how we want a song to be, or this is, or we might like in the industry, what they'll do is they'll give you hooks. Like, yo, you got this project, but we need that single. So they'll give you like 6 or 7 songs that got certain hooks that they feel will fit in the industry, and you just put the verses to them. You know what I'm saying? You put the creativity to them, so they get the writer's credit for constructing and for other things like that. But the lyrics, the verses and shit is off limits. Like that's just off limits. You know what I'm saying?
And then it be how much of the song was written it, because that's what matters to me. Like I get it. Yeah. There's the hook, there's some other stuff. But if if it's not the whole song, if it's a piece of a verse, if I took some other shit, it's just about who the artist is too, because Drake might consider himself somebody that can be lyrical, that can write shit. But he's just not. We have to take him out of that. Like the top lyrical artist, we have to take him out of the lyrical artist that wrote everything, that penned everything, because honestly, he hasn't. And then shout out to the homie Checking Traps in the building.
Drake is a great artist. Don't get me wrong, he's a great artist. But when you talking about MCing and you talking about penmanship, like
I believe Drake can write. I believe Drake can write some ill shit. We just don't know what he's written and what he hasn't.
That's the problem. Now we don't know what is what, because like in the comments, Voodoo Eyes said that he wrote the song. He technically wrote the song. It's just reference. Nigga, that was damn near word for word. Cadence, inflection, everything.
Yeah, that wasn't.
But a reference track, when you hear it, you don't know if you heard the version that Drake sent back after he spit his. That's the thing about reference track. Listen, that's the thing about reference track. Corey, if you send me something, right, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Say it like this, though. And then I send it back to you. Everything you wrote, but they hear my voice. Like, oh, Karan wrote that. You can be like, no, he did.
That's a fair argument. That's a fair argument.
There are artists in the industry that you can say for a shadow without a doubt, they don't have a writer. Like you could be like M don't got a writer, or
Jada Kiss.
All of those.
But if we got question,
hold on. Continue though. Continue.
If we got a question, like if there's a cloud over whether or not you write your shit, like that's all bad for you already. Like we need a whole project where there's no writer credit at all.
That won't happen for nobody at that level. That won't happen for nobody at that level.
For nobody, not even him.
Not at that level. No, there's gonna be writing credits on there. Now, who actually penned something and how much they penned, that's gonna change.
Writer credit other than Kendrick
on what?
On the disses.
We have to know that was strategical. We have to know that he said that Kendrick had no writing credits on none of the diss records. We have to know that that's strategical. Everyone, we have to understand and recognize that that's strategical. If you're battling a nigga who has a reputation of having ghostwriters and you're talking about the fact that he has ghostwriters, you absolutely are going to make sure all of your records say completely just written by Kendrick Lamar. You have to do that.
It sounds good, but
for instance, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Corey.
I just wanted to reference this because I was looking hard for this shit. So I'm looking at that Houdini record that just dropped from M, right? Mm-hmm. Which I believe is trash. I don't know how y'all felt about it. I thought it was
trash.
I haven't heard it yet.
That shit was bad. There are seven writers, including him, on that record. 7. Shit. You feel me? Like, none of these niggas is fucking writing they full records at that level, bro.
I can't believe he got niggas writing that shit.
That shit is
because that shit is not. That shit is crazy. I can't believe he got niggas writing that shit because I get tired of Eminem for real. I agree with. I don't agree with this statement. There is a lot of people that can use some writers. I just think a lot of artists just need development. That's it.
If you can use some writers, you can't do it.
No, you're missing Tone's point. He's not saying a ghostwriter like let me pen your verse. He's saying you need somebody to help you make great songs. So even if you rap great, his opinion is rappers are struggling with making great songs. So rapping great is useless.
Do you know why they struggle? Because a lot of these people that are getting into music don't take music. Like there's no pressure to make you take music, the hip hop serious. Like if you was to try to be a violinist or a singer, like you go to singing classes, you'd go to, you know what I'm saying? You might get a degree in learning how to do that instrument, so on and so forth. But there's no real pressure to actually try to work on hip hop. Like niggas will go to the studio and think that everything that they lay down is just a hit.
Especially if the homies, the engineer's trying to make his money, the producer's trying to make his money. Yeah. So they're telling you the shit is straight. Your homies are hyping it up. Your other platforms, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, niggas.
Not only that.
Meanwhile, you got Dr. Dre making 100 beats and throwing 99 of them away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got motherfuckers. There's the reasons that they're like, you watch these documentaries, these artists be like, yo, Jimmy Iovine has saw me at this stage and said 6 years. You're gonna be good. And you'd be like, damn, I thought I was making that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, bro, it's really difficult to make music. Like, really difficult to make music. All of this, I want to do a verse in 20 minutes, write a verse in 20 minutes. Trash, yo. Just
Corey was just you was just talking about that last week.
I'm tired of niggas trying to get that off. Nobody cares, bro. Make a good song.
Nigga, you don't think I can't do that? Like, you don't think I can just like write some shit or do it in one take? Like, nigga, we can do all that shit. Well, we care about the quality of the craft. You know what I'm saying? That's what really matters.
Here's my thing too. Just to throw out some random shit talk. When niggas throw that inside of their verse, like when did you decide to throw that in there? Like, and where were you at? Like, when a nigga be like, yeah, I wrote this in 5 minutes, nigga, we been vibe trip. Hold up. Nigga, there's still 2 more minutes left in the record. So how did you hold up? When did you decide it had been 5 minutes since that you wrote it? Like, you know what I'm saying? So niggas be trying to get that off and saying they wrote it in 15 minutes, but the verse is not done. You still got half a verse left to go.
It's levels to this shit. This is a real science to this shit. You understand? Like, people don't understand. These niggas don't really be doing. They don't practice on their craft. Like, they don't do.
Well, the real thing is niggas don't love hip hop the way we do. Niggas love what hip hop could bring to you. I hear artists, and I'm not gonna say their names. They're literally saying, "I want to go viral. I want to make a hit." They don't make music from their soul. They just make something that they think everybody wants to like. A gigantic problem in Arizona, not with you necessarily, or like the niggas that I fuck with, is everybody is trying to sound like somebody. Mm-hmm. The originality part of Arizona is the part that bothers me. It's very few niggas who just wake up and make the music that they like. You hear a nigga and you like, oh, I see he's trying to sound like this rapper, or the dancing, or he's trying to sound like them over there. Oh, this nigga, he wants to sound like them over there. Mm-hmm. Oh, this nigga, nobody's just like, and when you get into the creative part of just making music, you love it more.
Right. I don't get like the way I am, the my ability to do what I do. I don't get that if I don't have the experience that comes with it. I've been doing music legitimately since I was like 9 years old. So we talking 23, 24 years of experience, where at one point I was just writing song after song after song. And now I'm at a point where I understand, let me go through what I need to go through in order to make that record that just really, really matters. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's going to take song after song after, like I would tell you 6 or 7 years ago, no, maybe 8 years ago, I'm that nigga. But today I tell you, like, bro, I could rap, but my ability to really construct what needs to be constructed is not that easy. And the problem is a lot of these niggas think that, there's an ability to like to really just go viral and get into the industry. And you're not understanding that a lot of these motherfuckers that make it have industry ties. They have there's some kind of something, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker look good, so they throw a writer at them, and then they go have them hang out with Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that go on into the industry that make you chase it. And then that leaves jobs for other people to scam you and your hope and what it is that you feel like you can do to get where you're trying to go.
So, salute to Taylor Swift. Shout out to the Swifties, man. What, the gunshot?
Top said, "Chop, you better drop Taylor Swift."
What you mean by that?
Salute to Taylor Swift. Go.
Oh, my bad. I said edit. It's like you said shoot.
Yeah, go. Go. Hey, look, we appreciate Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift out there fighting battles for everyone. Shout out, salute Taylor Swift for real. I want to go back to. Oh, go ahead, Corey.
No, I just want to say because Tone made a statement. I was literally thinking about Sexy Red right now. Her placement in this shit, and it's the it factor, bro. Like some people, like it's a skill to attain the grace of people to want to put money into you, to get people to want to look at you. Even they can market anybody. They don't mean it's gonna work. You still have to have it factor. And I think that's a big component that people don't understand that they don't have, or they don't have enough of it. Like it just is what it is, man. You don't think Big Sean looks at Kendrick like fuck, bro? I'm
man.
sick of this nigga. You don't think he looks at Drake like nigga? I'm better than this nigga. He took my flow. He doesn't. I'm telling you, these niggas think like that, bro.
Yeah, Big Sean definitely think he better than Drake for sure. I want to go back. I want to go back to when Felix said, when you said niggas is just kind of practicing or whatever. Tell me what you think about my point of view on this. I view most of the people that are on the independent, especially when they're locally, I view those people as just that. Of course, these people want to prop themselves up like they're a big time artist, but they're not paying bills with their craft. They're not making any money. It's zero. Your revenue is a negative. You're in the red at the end of the year for everything that you spent. You haven't made no money. These people, to me, are at the practice level. If we compared it to basketball, they are niggas at LA Fitness, niggas on the pickup game on the court at the local park, just shooting around.
Even worse than that, they can't even dribble with one hand.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
It's even worse than that, yo. It's even worse than that because you gotta at least have the ability to, like, when I tell motherfuckers you don't have it, you don't understand music or you're not understanding rapping. I'm not telling you it's a perspective, like it's like not my taste. No, I'm telling you, bro, you're dribbling down the court with two hands. Like, bro, you're not even understanding the construct or the how to really construct a song or it's so much to it that people understand. But I apologize for interrupting.
No. You was going right where I was saying, because that's my point. A lot of this is development. Like sometimes even me and Corey will have these conversations. As far as like, because Corey will get on me, and when I say, "Oh, the nigga went on a tour," and Corey will be like, "It's not a fucking, it's not a tour, bro. He just went to like a city here, a city there, and it's not a tour." And I'm like, well, the sense of the definition of the word tour just means that I performed in multiple cities, but I just think that there's levels to it. So in my head, I'm just like, a lot of these artists, even when we listen to all of these artists, when we review music, these are all artists on the development portion of their careers. And some people, and I just view that some people never go past the development portion of their career. They never fully develop and make it to the leagues.
That's because they don't take it. Like I said, there's no real pressure of professionalism that's causing you to take it serious. Like if you wanted to be a doctor, you'd have homework and you'd have class and you'd have these things, these daily consistently things of working on your craft of what you're trying to become. These motherfuckers, they get music and they think like, shit, I'm just gonna go and try to do whatever they do, and they not taking nothing. They not trying to find an identity. They not like I said, this experience. Like if you was to in high school and wanted to be a baseball player, the coaches will probably tell you like, yo, it's too late. It's kind of too late for you to get into baseball. Like you haven't been playing long enough to they will real life tell you that it's a real skill. So like for me, I've been doing music through elementary school, through high school, taking literature serious, thinking about music while I'm sitting in class. Like, oh damn, that's crazy, poetry and stanzas and this, that, and the third, or sounding like Wayne, sounding like Eminem at one point, sounding like this guy, sounding like that guy, like going through these different stages of trying to find my identity as an artist. And that takes time and experience.
And that's what a lot of artists are missing. The essence of hip hop was us taking our experiences and our struggles and putting them on pen and pad, putting it over 808, whatever it may be, and reflecting our communities, our experiences, and everything like that, our culture through the music. And with a lot of artists, and I was guilty of it early on in my rap career as well. A lot of times we imitate, we mimic, we see what's popping, we see what's popular, like y'all said, and we just do that. I'm writing songs about shit that I have not experienced. right? And so you know what I'm saying. Rather than just taking your life and putting that on the record, and then all of a sudden you'll realize, damn, I'm starting to see more success. More people are starting to like my music, and the reason why is because I'm being real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, too many. It's the lazy effect. Like honestly, the majority of them shouldn't be doing music in the first place. Like that's not y'all. A lot of y'all are wasting your time doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, and then we're all enabling each other, telling them that it's dope and it's not because you're making money off of it. There's just a whole lot of stuff going on that go into why so many people suck.
Why is 21 Savage commercially better than Benny the Butcher?
Because I can sell 21.
He's palatable. He's more palatable.
Yeah. Not only that, the team is different. Shit is he just got his actual team for the first time within the last year.
There's a sense of creativity. My bad.
No, and 21 has a whole team, like fucking team of writers, team of producers, a whole entity behind them, and it's an image that's more accepted. Well, I don't want to see even more accepted. Just the style, the style is more palatable, as you said. Like that's the only difference. The team.
There you go.
Yeah. And then if you ask me, 21 Savage might be a bad example in that one because 21 Savage might be in my top 10 most improved artists of all time.
Of all time.
He improved a lot, bro. The first time I heard that nigga on the freshman shit, I was like, yo, this ass, bro. Get him out of here. Who is this? All of them for real. But that might have been one of the best prophetic double XL covers ever.
But
they called a lot of them. They called a lot of them ones.
There's a line that says, okay, this ain't my taste, and this just ain't good. Like, you know, like there's a lot of things, Lil Yachty or like there's so many other artists that I just disagree with. I don't fuck with, but it's tolerable. Like I play that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they got certain things about it where you just like, yo, that shit is it. However they constructed that, it worked well. And there's the thing is you can get lucky. You can really get lucky with music. There's a chance you catch a hook that's just like the shit. But then that be the only thing you have and you throw it on a shelf. Some record label grab you, exploit you, drag you through the dirt, and then kick you out.
21 and Yachty are poor examples for two reasons. The city that they're in is a city that hip hop is gravitating and milking everything from. Number one. Mm-hmm. Number two, when 21 came out, you know who he sounded just like? You guessed it, nobody, right? So that individuality always helped. And then, more importantly,
you gotta give me a chance to guess.
Benny the more importantly, Benny the Butcher is me, my age group. He's a traditional, quote unquote. You know how niggas box it up, East Coast rapper. So he's rapping hard bars and metaphors over samples and traditional drum beats. You can't sell that to a little white girl in Utah. But you know what? She could say 21. She can do that all fucking day, right? Mm-hmm. It's like computerizing. When Benny is spitting about bars and bricks and lines and nicks and hitting licks, you have to have lived or know what he's talking about, or it's just a nigga rhyming.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah. He closes himself in.
No, and listen, it's still, Benny the Butcher is top tier. Then you got Yachty. So Yachty is not a traditional rapper like Benny the Butcher, right? Or like my brother. Or like Yachty's more of he makes songs and sounds. So even when you take him away from the mic and you let him pen City Girl's first album, it's a lot of fun, funny club. It's palatable. His talent is in making music, not rapping. Is my point.
Yeah. That and then you get into the niggas that write and create stars with their pen, but aren't necessarily a star themselves as an artist like Partisan. Yeah. Partisan creates fucking stars with his fucking pen, but he's not one himself.
Nas could never make Superman because he just wouldn't. But Soulja Boy could never make Nas's life. Yeah, under no circumstances.
There's a skill to being simple. I agree. Right. I agree because look at Cam. I've always said Cam will give you the most quality basic bars ever in the world.
The whole concept.
Yeah.
but there's a swag and a creativity to it. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a skill. It's a skill.
There is something there. There's something there that pushes you, that separates you from what everybody else is doing. Whether you're the original person that was doing that, or you just hella creative with your simplicity. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why a lot of them are really good with hooks, because hooks are really simple. You know what I'm saying? But when you try to extend a hook to be 16 bars long,
now you're in trouble.
Now it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the problem is. A lot of the new rappers don't know how to figure out how to evolve outside of that. You know what I'm saying? You're good at the hook making, but you don't have an experience enough to figure out how to construct a verse. Motherfuckers, they'll have to hold the same tempo the whole song. Like, you don't know how to change up the tone or the delivery or the cadence every 4 bars and make that fit. A lot of these niggas just don't even know how to drive with 2 hands, and yet they still trying to drive with 1. And it's like, bro, you ain't even got the basics together, and you trying to drive with 1 hand and you fucking up every time. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the nigga in the industry driving with 1 hand got help. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
you don't see the help though. You don't see the help.
On the plus side of that, Cam get busy too though.
No, absolutely.
Cam get busy too. I don't want to leave that part out. Cam definitely get busy too.
Yeah. I want to progress the conversation forward. So, in talking about hip hop, we're gonna make it a little more macro and talk about it in the local sense, right? So, Fe'la, you've been a big opponent to the pay to play and just what you call exploiting of the local artists. I want to give you the floor right now to state your point on why you believe that it's exploiting the artist. Okay. And what you mean by that.
So the way that these promoters exploit artists, for one, they do business from an insecure place. You understand that? And that's where they already fuck up. You know what I'm saying? They start business from an insecure place, meaning they don't know where profits is going to come from. They don't know if they're going to sell the tickets to get their money back. They're so insecure about making their money back that they need some kind of security. So they get that security from charging the artists. You understand what I'm saying? And so the way they exploit these artists is they use this practice of because I don't know if I'm going to get my money back, which is the reason is because I don't have a brand, meaning because I can't put asses in the seats without having these artists here. Because even though these artists are performing, they are still doing a job. They are still laboring at the same time. So beyond the point, because they're so insecure about getting that money or that profit back, they maximize how many artists they can charge. Okay. Now, some might say, well, it don't matter if they do that. Just take their fans. Here's the problem with that. The quality is so messed up because your focus is exploiting and getting money. You're not vetting these performers. You don't know if this motherfucker gonna hop on stage and start singing Old McFarmer Had a Dog, E-I-E-I-O. You don't know. You're just taking the money from them, and you're messing up the quality of the show, thus messing up the mood of the audience of even being there. So I'm waiting for this artist to get here, but I didn't waited 20 artists, and it wasn't comfortable. It didn't feel good. I was ready to go home. I'm texting this nigga, bro, when are you gonna be on the stage? Like, there's no real way to be able to benefit from being at these pay-to-play shows. I don't have a problem with pay-to-play when it's used correctly, but because the 90% of these promoters, for one, they don't have no business degrees. They ain't went to school for none of this shit. They don't understand branding. They don't understand sacrificing money. Their main focus is, how do I get this money right now? Meanwhile, you have a prime example like Poetic Soul, who has been doing it the same way for years. I was there when they had nobody at Poetic Soul, and they was charging the same, $15 to get in, and that's whether you perform or you don't. You know what I'm saying? You got 5 minutes to do what you need to do. And we probably going to stop around 11, 12 artists. You know what I'm saying? And so it's so quick. And even if the poetry wasn't that good, like it's just it's a good flow. They got the band playing during it's a really good, they just kept that, building that brand for years, sacrificing the money they was using. And now they have a brand where they damn near packing out almost every Wednesday. They have a household name in Arizona. You know what I'm saying? And so they're a prime example that if you do business the right way and you focus on the brand, then you would have no problem finding that really big bag. You know what I'm saying? And so the problem, like I said, the problem with these pay to plays is a lot of these promoters are adopting this practice from other people doing it. They don't even know what they're doing is exploiting. They just feel like it's just a part of business. This is just the way business is ran. You buy a venue, you charge 50 artists on there. Maybe that don't work. So now I'm finna put 20 on 10 and say Def Jam gonna be in the building. Meanwhile, this nigga just the janitor, or he the nigga that go get the donuts or something. You know what I'm saying? He ain't nobody of any type of professional level to do or make any kind of decisions. Mm-hmm. And they make money off of these artists. You know what I'm saying? And they just keep on doing it, whether it's a mixtape, whether it's a buying votes. Like there's so many avenues and these things where they're exploiting the hope that these artists have. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Go ahead, Corey. I think you want to. It looked like you want to go. Oh, okay. You didn't. Okay. I want to key in on, because I think you made a good point when you talk about the quality of the events and the quality of the artists that are performing. What would you say to me if I'm a promoter, right? And I say, well, who am I as the person throwing to the event to tell these artists that their music sucks? That's my opinion. We have seen successful artists who we feel like music sucks in the industry. Some of us are not big fans of Sexy Red's music, but she's successful. Some of us are not fans of Blueface, but Blueface was successful. So if it's just not my type of music and the shit that I don't like, who am I to tell this person, no, your music's not good enough to have a stage, when that could possibly not be determined by me. That person can come through. And I've been at some of these local events and I've seen some artists who make music who I wouldn't listen to turn the motherfucking event up and bring a lot of people with them.
Well, then my question becomes, why are you throwing an event for local rappers in the first place? Like, why are you getting into that business? What is it that made you want to say, I want to throw a local event for local rappers?
Because I want to make money.
Because I'm trying to put. That's what I'm saying. That's the real issue.
You want to make money,
but they're saying they want to put the scene on. So there's a hold on, everybody relax. Okay. There's a crop of rappers who are saying, I'm great, I'm dope, I just don't have an opportunity. If you put the light on me, I'm gonna show you I'm better than all of these niggas. So the four of us get together and say, yo, you get 1,000, you get 1,000, I bring 1,000, you got 1,000, we got 4,000. We're gonna get this building, good sound system, get a DJ, and we're gonna give these guys a chance to develop their fan base locally, right? And then be able to come out and stand apart and make better, show he makes better music or she makes better music than everybody. I can't just tell you, let me show you. I can't tell you I can perform. I can't tell you I rock the crowd. I can't tell you that niggas can't stand next to me. Let me show you. Guys, they just want an opportunity. Good.
I agree. But in any business, the ultimate goal is to make money. 100%. There's always a mission statement. There's always a fucking some type of advertisement to get you to buy in. There's always something projected to the public to get the public in. So when you're creating this business, okay, I want to put on. So you may think initially, okay, I want to help these people get on and let them perform and give them a stage. But even with that being said,
I still got to make money.
Your ultimate thought is, I need to get paid.
Absolutely.
So whether or not it's exploitation, the way I look at it is, in any business, there's exploitation, simply for the fact that every business is trying to make as much profit as they can, always have the highest profit margin that they can, any successful business. So I understand, like, the artist aspect, because I used to think the same way. Like, bro, these niggas, we paying to play. I bring like 50 fucking people in here. These niggas is trash. My people is hit me up like, when am I going on? I go kill this shit, and then I leave. And it's like, okay, yeah, I'm right in the way I feel. But if I'm the promoter, because that's what they are essentially, right? Club promotions, regular clubs. When they bring your ass in there, they got the bottle girl on the flyer. They got fucking some rapping ass nigga that's not high tier coming to come perform.
Some
Bow
Instagram
Wow, you
model.
got Bow Wow,
and Def Jam's gonna be there.
Right. Oh, come on, bro. There's ways to draw into people, man. Like I get it. It can be considered exploitation. It can be considered bad business. But at the end of the day, the solution to this is throw your own shows. I've been saying this forever. Yeah. Your solution is, if you don't like, because like, look, that's some Stockholm syndrome shit. You paid $500 to get on the stage. You went out there to perform for 8-10 minutes, whatever the fuck it was, 15. Jesus, I ain't trying to see no nigga for 15 minutes, and I don't know. You go up there and do what you do. Get off the stage. Everybody's dapping you up. Boom, boom, boom. Your ass didn't bring no merch. You didn't talk to nobody. You just posted up on the wall with your niggas trying to look cool. And you didn't
waiting for your name to be called. Waiting for your name to be called. You went up there. You went up there. You tried to no video. You tried to airdrop the nigga your music. Then you perform with 30 niggas on the stage with you, and after that, you and your 30 niggas left. So, because my next question, I want to ask a question to everybody here, especially to you, Fe'la. What, any local show, right? We're not talking about one in particular, but any local showcase that lets these niggas come perform, pay to play. What percentage of those artists that pay to play do you think could really throw their own successful show?
Ask that question one more time.
Any local showcase event that's pay to play. What percentage of those artists that come and pay to play and be on that stage do you feel like could successfully throw their own show?
There's a few. There's a few people. People don't they don't necessarily go to these shows anymore like that because they know what they're in for. That's why a lot of these shows are unsuccessful in being an actual brand and doing this event throwing for the long run, because you're consistently doing business the same way. And so the problem is, people don't, like, I get it, like the goal is to make money. But even if the goal is to make money, you're still doing it the wrong way. If any business major would tell you, if you're trying to get into making money off something, the goal is to sacrifice money. You got to know that I'm going to build a brand, meaning I'm going to focus on the quality. I'm going to put a motherfucking painting on the wall. I'm going to spend money on just a little quality stuff to make this a quality show. And so every time you come to my show, you like, damn, I love the way this show, like Poetic Soul, I love the way the show feels. I love the way it vibes, yo. This is just dope. And you keep coming. You're going to want to keep going and going and going because you're focused on the quality. And the more you build a brand, the more you make a bigger bag, because you're also building a strong reputation.
I get what you're saying.
That people trust.
I get what you're saying. I think that some of these pay to play or platforms, they do have the brand. What if that is my brand? What if my brand is not the best of quality artists only performing at my events? What if my brand is my stage is open to whoever can pay to be on the stage? You have an opportunity to be on the stage. What if that is my brand?
You should have went in the first place, but then you need to go to school. Like you need to evolve whatever it is that you're trying to do. Like you need to do something else different if you're trying to make a long-standing career or thing out of whatever you're trying to do. But if you constantly doing business the same way, you're gonna create a reputation, and people just gonna know what they in for, and that's why things are kind of already being like people are starting to.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. I'm gonna disagree with you on that one. I'm gonna rinse and repeat if my shit is working. I'm gonna rinse and repeat.
In addition to that, the field that you're in is entertainment. Especially in this day and age of streaming, fucking DSPs, all that shit. It's not about quality quality. It's about quantity. Throw a bunch of shit out there and see what sticks. Like that. That's I fuck Fe'la. Trust me, I agree with what you're saying. But
I agree with what he's saying too.
On the opposite side of it, I'm looking at it like, bro, I just fucking cleared 40 bands. I don't give a fuck who's mad. I put in 4,000 and I left and I fucking clocked out with 40,000. I don't give a fuck who's like.
And out of 30 artists, only 3 niggas had a. Out of 30 artists, only 3 niggas had a bad experience.
Nigga, what is that in this economy?
Say again?
I said, what is that in this economy? I'm just saying, you made that 4 bands, but you ain't building a brand.
40.
Bro, I invested 4 and I cleared 40.
Okay, well, even if you did that, like that
in one night, that's a nigga's whole annual work salary.
I get that, but
I fed people. And people were employed.
Okay, and if you do that, and you say, okay, now I'm finna make a real show and put the money I just made and build a quality show, maybe that work for you. You know what I'm saying? But there's like in no shape and way and form is it ever right. Like niggas is talking like exploiting is just, it's just a part of life. No, that shit is not just a part of life. Like it's not cool, even if from the start. But okay, if these niggas they'll make 40 and then they'll turn around and exploit these niggas the same way to make a bigger bag, and then do it another year, and then another year. Like nigga, you're doing this yearly, and you ain't with no money. You ain't brought a headliner to help these artists. You ain't did anything that benefited. There's no benefit to what you're doing.
The benefit that I gave you is I put you in front of people that probably wouldn't have seen you. I don't give a fuck if it's 5 people. Those 5 people, most of these niggas who do this shit don't have no fan base. I'm just like, it just is what it is. You don't have a fan base. Like
it shouldn't be there in the first place.
Like me, I'm fucking dormant, and I can bring 30 niggas to a show easy. Like,
but
and I'm
shouldn't be doing that in the first place.
What do you mean?
You shouldn't be doing music in the first place. But here's the thing: as the promoter, you know this nigga's trash. You absolutely know they're trash, and you still take their money from them.
Yeah.
Now,
shout out to everyone. We were not seeing comments for. Were y'all seeing comments for a while?
No, honestly, shit.
It was just tone shit froze. I thought nobody was commenting.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, I thought nobody was commenting too. I was like, no way. Yeah, niggas was commenting.
There's always gonna be a side of motherfuckers that's gonna focus on themselves and do by any means necessary to get the bag. But there's always gonna be a nigga like me that's going to defend that and enlighten niggas so they can be more in, because what's happening is these niggas are being exploited by their ignorance. So they'll throw these false fucking opportunities or these false ways. They'll create all of these different angles because they know right up in front it's gonna be some straight bullshit. The fact that I gotta go to a show and I'm hearing niggas being fucking presented by number, like niggas is being called by number. Like nigga, we talking about getting an opportunity to be signed at fucking Maya's. Like, come on, what are we talking about here?
If you're dumb, and I'm not talking to you, I'm just saying in general, if anyone is foolish enough to think that they about to go to a pizza shop and get a deal, it's crazy. Deals ain't falling in no one's hands.
That's not fair, though. That's not fair because because you have to understand the system that we live in. We live in a system where
what type of country are we in, bro?
But here's my point.
I'm rocking with you, bro. What type of country are we in?
Capitalistic country.
Capitalistic country.
And the basis of that is capitalizing and making full profit.
I totally get it. And that's what they're doing. They're imitating how they're imitating how the wealthy do business and not understanding that they're hurting each other doing business like that with each other. You know what I'm saying? That's what the problem is.
Let me jump in. I disagree. The Poetic Soul take versus a festival is I think it's a miss, because when I go to Poetic Soul, I'm looking to listen to this poet or this person one time. I'm not buying anything from them. I don't want merch from a poet. I don't want a poet album. I'm listening to hear some fly shit. I really want to take a pretty lady to hear some soft sounds, maybe hear some creativity, and then I'm out. I'm not selling anything. When I come to a Fe'la show, I'm invested in hearing bar for bar, where you from, the music you make, I want to buy. Pause. I want to buy you. I want to buy into you. This isn't. If you do what you're supposed to do, this isn't a one-time thing. I come to your show and now I'm fucking with you for the foreseeable future. I want to invest my DSP, my actual currency, into enjoying your product for forever. So it's much easier to get people to come to a poetry thing where it's $15 versus I got to pay you $500. You're going to give me tickets or however this thing is going to work, right? Niggas are thirsty for a stage to prove what they're doing is working. I'm not against what you're saying, bro. What I'm saying is if I'm chasing my dream, look at it like this. If I play ball and you three niggas is running a league and you say, yo, you come play, the Lakers going to be there, whether it's the ball boy or whether it's Rob Pelinka. If you say, yo, not Kobe, rest in peace. If you say Bron going to be in the stands, but you get to mix it up on the court and niggas get to watch you play, niggas is, if you go ball is life, if you go and one, if you go these park runs, niggas is lacing their shoes up just for a look. Because I want to prove that, bro, I can do this.
That's not okay. Because if it's Rob Pelinka, different story. If it's the fucking ball boy, that's very different. You can't say that.
But I'm also complicit.
If it's the ball boy coming
I'm
to
also
the fucking
complicit as an artist to say, oh, Def Jam is at Maya's. If I believe that, whatever happens to me, I deserve.
Yeah, you gotta because Fe'la
adults, man.
Yeah, Fe'la, you just when we were talking about the last discussion about hip hop and you talking about niggas not understanding shit, niggas not doing their history, niggas not doing their homework. That's part of it. As an artist, you have to know and learn the industry, especially in 2024, where the labels are not gonna just hop out and sign you. You have to learn how to function on your own.
That's what I'm here for. You have to understand that a lot of these motherfuckers. That's why the poor class ain't winning. That's why there ain't no revolution right now because so many people are. It's not even just the education. It's how people were raised. I get it. People are doing things, and you got to hold them accountable. But that accountability is a real thin line because of the system that we live in and the mindset that the system develops. You know what I'm saying? Because what the system makes us ignorant, and then these people they exploit that. They find that void and they exploit that. So and it's not cool. That's why it's a nigga like me here to enlighten you, because you don't understand. You might think that's why niggas get scammed. There's brilliant people that get scammed. Brilliant people get scammed. I'm sure some of you brilliant motherfuckers done been scammed before. So the point is, there is that sense of it sound like it, but I gotta take that risk. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a smart motherfucker, but I gotta take that risk. You know what I'm saying? And then when you take that risk, it's just like, damn, that's
so. Now that we've all listed the problems, tell me the solution. How do you?
Well, wait. Before we get to the solution, I want to go back to this because I was making a point when I said this, and I'm gonna have to drop the Facebook feed and try to redo it because Facebook not showing us the comments. I see them on my other Facebook, but not on StreamYard. But when I asked the question about how many artists at a local event, what's the percentage of artists at a local event that you feel like could actually throw their own show, which I feel like is the solution if you don't want to be exploited yourself. Let's say I feel like I'm being super generous when I say this, 10 to 15%.
You are being super.
I'm being super generous when I say 10. You feel like that's not generous?
Bro, it's less than 5%.
Yeah. It's less. It's less, but
5%, my boy.
Yeah, it's less. It's less. I'm being super generous by saying 10 to 15%, right? These 10 to 15% of artists that are performing at a local event and paying $250 to $500, however much the shit is, $1,000 if it's an opening for a big artist, maybe, I don't know. But you're paying this money to go to an event. One, you clearly don't have the confidence in yourself to throw your own event, or you wouldn't pay for something like that. Secondly, if you're paying to go to that event and not doing it yourself, then you don't have the business mind state to go and make your own money. Thirdly, once you do throw your own show, what do you eventually have to do when you do your show anyway?
Make money.
You have to make money off the shit, and you have to now you're gonna sell tickets, and you're gonna now charge niggas for slots to perform at your event. So then you just turn around
before you think about trying to make money, though. It should be a while. You shouldn't be thinking about making money.
This take reminds me of the WNBA. The WNBA Players Association are consistently asking the leaders of their enterprise to take a loss. And then be okay. So this is a league who has never turned a profit since its inception. It's been carried by the NBA. They have been a deficit, underperforming, failing business the entire time. And they like, yo, you need to be paying us more. We need to. You sound insane.
And this reminds me. This reminds me of the person who got raped or molested, and That's you crazy. Saying, well. They was wearing a thong, or she was looking promiscuous, so he had to oblige.
It's a wild take, man.
That's different. That's different.
No, it's not. It's
different. That's mad different.
Okay, look, it's predatory. It's all predatory. That's what.
Absolutely. That's what business is. In business, I watch Shark Tank a lot. A lot of what those billionaire businessmen and women say to them is that if you want to really corner the market, you have to find a need that's not being addressed. You have to find something that people need that nobody is providing. Once you go and find that thing and you provide that, you will then become one of the most successful businesses in that realm because you've now provided something. What Karan was saying, what Corey was saying, what people in the comments are saying is that people want exposure. People want to be exposed. They want to rap. They want to perform in front of people that don't know them. So if I'm going to an event, if I'm paying $250, $300 to perform at an event that has 30 artists, then the people that those artists bring or the people that brand brings are going to be in the building for me to go ahead and perform in front of those people. And if I believe in my music, I believe my music is so dope and I'm so fired that when I get on the stage, people are going to hear me and fucking convulge to me and just be like, yo, this nigga's so fucking dope. The problem is 97% of the niggas that do this, their music ain't that good. And they're not as dope as they thought. So when everyone hears them and sees them on stage, they're not captivated at all. So you as an artist are not captivating anyone, and until you get on that stage, pay that money and realize niggas ain't fucking with you, this is where the split in the road goes. Because you're going to get on that stage, you're going to realize that nobody's fucking with you, that you're not captivating no audience. And you're either going to self-reflect and say, damn, my shit must not be dope. I must not be dope. And let me go ahead and redo and try to learn from this experience. Very, 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 very small percentage of artists ever come to that resolution. Most of the niggas go immediately to these niggas hating on me. Fuck these niggas. Fuck the promoter. Fuck the DJ. Fuck everybody in this fucking venue because I'm the most dopest nigga ever that y'all have ever fucking seen, and y'all niggas is just hating on me. And that's where the fucking problem starts, right there. Because the artists don't know that Def Jam and fucking Interscope and all these niggas are not gonna be at Maya's Pizza. And you don't know that your music and your performance and the artist that you are is not fucking good enough. You're not good enough yet. And we just came off of the conversation about how these niggas are not fucking good.
I get it, man. I get it. If you go to some local event and you rapped in front of 50 not rapped in front of, but rapped alongside of 50 other artists, and maybe they had a plus one with them, maybe it's 40 or 50 people in the crowd or something. You have to understand you're playing to a crowd that really has no real it's the same ratio of people in your community, more than likely. Like a lot of people think that they rapping in front of different people. Meanwhile, you got thousands of people going to a Drake concert if he come out here. It's like, where the fuck these motherfuckers is at? There are like a lot of people think 100 people, 200 people, even 1,000 people coming to a show, a local show, which is probably unlikely, but coming to a local show, you might think 1,000 people coming there is a lot of people. And then you got to really break down the scope of, it's really the same local community hating ass, biased ass motherfuckers at heart or whatever, dealing with shit too much to really do any kind of supporting, whatever. It's the same ratio of people, and it's never outside of that local.
Can we
agree before you go? I'm sorry. Before you go, Karan. Before you go, Facebook. Everybody that's watching on Facebook, I'm finna end the live feed and throw it back up. Facebook hating. It's not showing y'all comments. YouTube is showing. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. It's finna end and it's gonna come right back.
Scandalous. It's so scary. I'm the greatest.
But go ahead, Karan.
Feel like can we up the ante and really talk about this shit?
Yeah.
I think you're a dope artist. Me and you have had private conversations. You know I'm a bars god, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you put 150 people in one building right now on a Friday night?
No.
So, if you can't and you feel like you top tier, creme de la creme,
the best, the greatest that ever, the greatest MC that ever lived.
Perfect, right? So, if the greatest fucking artist in Arizona can't put 150, can these other niggas put 150 in? And I say,
yeah.
So you saying there's an artist who can put 150 guys in one room to listen to his music
that currently pays the play. That currently pays the play.
With the right angle and the right marketing, the right money behind you, you could do it. If I have the right money behind me, if I'm not a victim to this Joe Biden economy right now, maybe I do better, or maybe you know what I'm saying. You don't know people's situations. You don't know my situation. You don't understand how hard it is for artists like me and my angle to stay on 10 toes on what I believe in, what I decide to talk about. Like it's harder.
No. I do know how hard it is. That's what I'm saying.
So I get it, but I totally get that aspect of it. And maybe when my money gets better, because I'm gonna throw some shows or do some things like that, because LaRussell is showing niggas some blueprints. You know what I'm saying? This nigga he's blueprinting some niggas. You know what I'm saying? Giving niggas some ways to kind of do certain things. So maybe I do that, but the thing is, I'm not gonna go exploit nobody to do it. I'm not gonna throw a show and be like, yo, I'm trying to make some money off of niggas, so I'm gonna have 50 artists.
No. Let's build the concept. So you throw your first show, you have some success, you get 75 people in the room, right? Mm-hmm. So now it's costing you $25 to $3,500 to throw your show. Okay. Me, Corey, and Verse want to come perform. What do we have to do to come perform? Be great. We have to be better than everybody, right?
Kia's in the building. My bad. Kia's in the building. My bad.
You just got to be good.
Okay, so now we're good. We don't have fans. We don't have niggas. We can't get our best friends to spend $20 to come watch us rap. We can't. We can't do it. So how do we get on your bill with your success that's costing you whatever it's costing you, and everybody's okay?
Well, for one, if I'm throwing a show and my mindset and my focus is the quality, I'm not worried about losing money because I'm building a brand. Because when you come to this motherfucker, because I handpick, hey, Corey and Whoopty Whoop, yeah, I definitely got to have them on my ticket. I'm not finna. Why would I charge you? And I want you to perform because I feel like your music can do something to my event. It's gonna benefit the quality of my show. You know what I'm saying? Whoever they waiting for, if they waiting on Corey and they listening to you, I already know you good. So therefore, I know you gonna snatch this part. It's a mutual good vibe. You know what I'm saying? The way it goes. I've thrown a couple events out here before myself. You know what I'm saying? I've never charged an artist because you are a free event guy. You're definitely a free event guy. It would be dumb of me to focus on any profit right now, and I don't have a real brand. How am I gonna get any kind of big money if I don't have a real brand? So
let me ask you this:
get a 9 to 5, and I need to do whatever steps I need to take to be able to build the brand, lose whatever money I need to lose. But I'm also having a really good show. And then after I have a brand of people where it's like, yo, I'm having people come anytime I throw anything, yo, that's when I can, you know what I'm saying? I can really focus on making money from the audience and not from anybody I'm trying to benefit from the show.
So the goal.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Shout out to Kia's. Don't start your podcast before you come on our podcast. Come do an interview with us. Nasty. If you got something to say, we'll give you a platform to talk. For sure. Kia's definitely need to come on this platform. But So you saying at first you want to build the brand, you want to build something of quality. I get it. You want to create trust with the product, right? You want to create trust with the product, with the community, with the consumers. That makes 100% sense. At the point where you are going to make money, business-wise, projection-wise, how does that manifest itself? I think that's what the main question is. How are you going to manifest the profit when it's time to make the profit?
Shit. Let me ask a question before that because I want something to make sense. Okay, so you throw in a show, you're not charging artists. Those artists, like as you said, have to have be vetted, have talent, whatever may be the situation. A lot of these niggas that pay to play will never pass the vetting process ever in life. And they know this shit. Like, I'll always say to niggas, do you have ears? I'll always ask that because there's no way in hell you was in that studio and walked out of there and thought that shit was heat. Either way though, right? My boy, so you're saying you need talented artists to do your show. Them trash ass niggas that will come say, Fe'la, I want to come, bro. You're not going out of your way to say, hey, rapper AZ, come fuck with me. Rapper AZ's trash. You're not reaching out to that nigga. You're reaching out to the niggas with quality. Niggas who already have a little fan base. Niggas who already have some motion. That's what you're going to get.
Or just quality.
But what I'm saying is, in an open, free market, right? There's different ways to do business. Doesn't necessarily mean your way of business practice is morally correct. But shit, if my objective at the end of the day is to make money, and this is how I know how to make money, it is what it is. I'm giving your ass an opportunity, your trash ass with your whack ass music, but you brought merch, you got fucking charisma to network, you in the mix, you got a video guy, you got fucking an editing team ready to go, or you're your own, whatever the fucking situation is, and you take that footage, you put it out, you do whatever you do, you got videos, everything, but you trash. It doesn't matter. You still putting shit into yourself, and you're giving yourself an opportunity on a different platform. So you bring all that shit, you go and you do your job at that show. Maybe you do it 2 more times. You could throw your own show at that point. But the point that I'm really getting at is you yourself is not going to get the whack nigga and reach out to him to come perform to you. That nigga needs a space as well. And he may be delusional. You say niggas don't know the business, and that's true. You can be like, I'm fucking cold. I'm cold. I'm going to go perform. Like, I'm cold. And niggas is like, bro, like, you're not going to tell that nigga. I mean, you may. I might do it. You're not ready, nigga. You're not ready to go perform on stage. You shouldn't be thinking about performing right now. Go make some music, build your brand up. But niggas don't want to listen. You can lead a nigga to water, but they ain't gonna drink shit, bro.
Put that nigga on stage and let him see it.
For the millionth time, I am not against pay to the actual what pay to play is supposed to be.
For real.
If I pay for a shirt, that only took you $20 to make, don't make it $100 and then tell me it cures cancer or because I'm a rapper, say Jay-Z wore this or Tupac wore this, or don't play on my hope or what it is about me that I might not know about and try to exploit me to try to buy that shirt.
I get what you're saying.
Charge the shirt what it's supposed to be. That's why I use Poetic Show as an example, because they don't go up or down. It's 15 to get in, and that's whether you are there to enjoy the show or not. You know what I'm saying? So okay, let's say you right, Corey. That what about the dude who ain't that good? How does he get a stage to go on? There's nothing wrong with throwing an event. There's nothing wrong with throwing an event and charging 15. You know what I'm saying? 15 to get in. You know, or 15 to perform. So now you got to figure out how to mix good artists. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't have 50 artists performing. Maybe you just have 10, and then you have like 3 or 4 good artists that you throw in there to help the quality of it. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like relay races. You put the least fastest person on the second leg or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you figure out. You got to figure out something. You got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure it out. But to just say, you know what? I give up. I'm finna exploit these niggas is going to put you in a position where you're going to still be in the same position that you're in today. You might make a little money to pay some rent bills, but you're not finna make no real career off of this shit.
And I agree with you. There's always an exception to every rule, and I agree with you though. But what I also think is like, if
you agree with that?
I do agree.
I agree with the main point as well. I agree with the main point as well. His problem is not with pay to play. It's with niggas lying and selling a dream and telling niggas they're gonna get one thing and that's not what they're gonna get.
Those slots have a value, and if you're gonna charge beyond what that value is actually worth, you're exploiting.
Profit margin. Every business charges more than what something is worth.
Right,
Every
nigga.
does.
That's a problem.
Right, nigga.
That's
Our labor.
capitalism.
That is capitalism.
Every fucking work. You think you get paid at your day job? You think niggas at their day job get paid their full worth?
They do not get paid. They do not get paid the value of their labor.
And nigga, look. And also on that, look. If I'm gonna pack boxes, if I'm gonna load trucks for mom and pop's delivery, I'm not gonna get paid what I'm gonna load trucks for fucking FedEx. I'm not gonna get that.
If I'm setting the show up, I'm telling you what the value is, right? So if I'm doing it, whatever I'm selling, whatever service product, I'm gonna project what my value is, and you can choose to pay it or not. I fucking agree with your concept.
Not if you lying about Def Jam.
But here's the thing. That's fucked up. That's
an opportunity.
Here's the thing, though. I'm going back to the thing of mixing good artists with bad artists, right? If you did that, you niggas think that 500 you paying is going to be 500 still? If I have 12 acts instead of 50 acts, when I pack that bitch with 50 people and I cleared whatever the fuck I cleared,
you niggas have just fucking crowdsourced. You have crowdsourced this whole shit. And low key, and this is here's the thing as well. If we're taking this off of major local platforms like RTU, then I'm 100% behind you. But I stand by and definitely will argue the fact that RTU is and what they do with the local shows is the festivals is a needed benefit to almost all the people that participate.
Justice made a career off Thrones Festival. He made a career off exploiting artists because nobody. How do you make that much money and never have a headliner? Never. What do I need a headliner for?
Profit margin. What do you mean? I'm making money.
And that's foul. You're gonna create a bad reputation.
It starts to get into pocket. You start to delve into pocket watching. You start to delve into that. Once you say that's nasty, that you make money off niggas.
Niggas didn't get rich. Niggas ain't wealthy off of that shit. I guarantee you, this economy eating motherfuckers up just like they eat me up right now.
For sure. But my goal is always.
I guarantee you that there's a cloud in the air. It's cloudy around any event that he might want to really throw. I guarantee you less and less people, because you obviously see that shit went from motherfucking shutting down a whole damn downtown.
You know what the problem was that? You know what the problem with that was how it's just what you said. It's at the point of, if I'm not going to put this on air because this is personal information that I know, but I'm just going to say it like this. The shit that you talk about, Fe'la, about sacrificing money, sacrificing things to build a brand so that at some point I can make music, or make money and have a brand, that's exactly what you're seeing with that particular brand. When you talk about the scale of how it looked with shutting down blocks to being at a venue, that's exactly what you see. You see sacrifice turning into benefit.
It should be an upgrade then. There should be an upgrade in what you're doing. You shouldn't be downgrading if that was the case. You should be upgrading venues. You should be like, shit, you should be South by Southwest level right now. You know
I can do that. I can do that. But if I do that, but look, not even that, Karan. I can do that, but if I do that now, the local artists are not part of that. The local artists are not part of that. They don't have the stage no more. Once I become that big of an event, the local artists now don't have a stage to perform at.
The problem is this shit is a lot like crack, and a lot of these motherfuckers shouldn't be doing it in the first
music place. Is crack. Music is crack cocaine.
Yeah, but a lot of these motherfuckers should not be doing music in the first place. But at the same time, if there's always going to be somebody around exploiting people, there's always going to be somebody there to confront and defend that. Always.
Are you going to move to another country? Are you going to move to another country? Because if not, there's always going to be people around to explore other people.
I get it, and that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
If you go to Justice Festival and you on the main stage, the 400 people in front of you, none of these niggas is rapping in front of 400 on their own. None of them.
And the 400 in there is probably rappers.
And you got to, and low key, if you ever, because I don't know, Fe'la, I don't know how much you've ever participated and actually seen the prices or whatever's offered in any of the events. Not just talking about this one particularly, but
I know.
if the events and the value of certain things can be different based on where you at, what time, what stage, all of that stuff. I ain't gonna hold you. I feel like, and I could be biased, but again, I am a reflection of the fact that the Arizona Hip Hop Festival and that brand, it feeds people. So maybe I'm part of the problem because I exploit the artists too, because I get paid off of the more artists perform, the more I get paid from any event, and that's not just that one. Any event when I fuck with other local promoters, any of these people, the more artists that they have on their events, the more I get paid.
And I just want to tell you, bro, how are we going to get to a point where we can treat each other as humanity if the world keeps on just saying fuck it? If everybody do business that way, I'm just going to do business that way. Like, how are we ever going to reach?
Because it's sink or swim. It's sink or swim.
Shit, it's nothing worth nothing is worth your integrity, man. Especially if it means exploiting people, and that's why it's my job to enlighten it and say, you know what, brother, there's another way of doing it. And like I said, any business major would tell you, like, if you're trying to get a big bag, the way these niggas is doing business is the complete wrong way to do it.
I agree with everything you're saying.
So even if you are trying to make money, it's wrong.
I don't think he's exploiting anybody, because you don't have to do anything. You don't have to pay him. You don't have to sell tickets. You don't have to show up. You don't have to. If 50% of the artists listen to you, that festival's gonna look the same way every year.
So look. Do you think that when a slave was born, they was like, man, I shouldn't be a slave?
Yes.
When a slave was born, they was like, nigga, this life. This is just a lot of the slaves that were born into this way of life that is just damn near like how you feel like, oh, nigga, I get paid. A lot of these motherfuckers feel like, oh, I get paid for what I do at their job, and they don't understand they don't get paid the value of their labor. That's the same thing as a slave. When you're born into a way of life, it's just the way things go. So that is the same thing in this sense. A lot of these motherfuckers thinks that this is just the way things go. And a lot of these promoters are capitalizing and taking advantage of the ignorance. So yeah, I get it. You're throwing a show and you having 50 artists on there. And look, I told you it was $50, but I also told you that you got cancer. Okay, yeah. If you show up, it'll cure cancer. Or if you show up, look, I get this. It's $500 to get in. That's up to you to pay it. But look, there's gonna be a record label there that can change your life.
It's the part that you're leaving out, because with this particular business model is he gives you 20, 30 tickets. If you can sell these tickets for $20, because you say you the nigga, so if you could get 20 niggas to give you $20 per ticket,
they don't even got to show up. They don't even got to show up. They could just buy a ticket to support you.
You made your money. You get the rap, and somebody else paid for it. But if you're not that nigga, hold on. If you're not that nigga, and you do need this stage to rap in front of, whether it's 400 girls, 200 rappers, 100, whoever, if you can get 400 ears at one time for the first time in your existence, that's worth $500 every fucking day.
I've seen niggas. Look,
somebody else's show and not put that money and create your
woo. Look, you niggas. No, you niggas are not as hot as you think you are. That's just the point. I've seen people walk out of that fucking Respect the Underground building with 100 fucking tickets in their hand. You know what that tells me? That tells me that the man that gave you those 100 tickets was not worried about you making a shitload of money off of those.
Facts.
He was not worried about you making a shitload of money off those. Go ahead and sell them, bro. Go ahead and sell them. You have the opportunity. You have the opportunity to sell tickets to your supporters who you could just say support me. You don't even got to come to the fucking shit. You don't got to come there. But at this point in 2024, that festival has become a festival. You can go to that festival for more than just seeing niggas perform. And you can have different experiences from the vendors and all of that stuff. So the artists, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? So there are definitely some events that I feel like lie to people and overvalue their shit. And I think that when we talk about all of the people that actually do and don't, then we can start really having a conversation. But if I'm being 100% honest with you, Fe'la, I think that you have past issues with certain entities, and that reflection of that just naturally is just like, I don't fuck with that.
And that is acceptable.
That's acceptable. That's fine.
It's acceptable. It is what it is.
A lot of people's ideologies come from trauma. You know what I'm saying? So like, if a motherfucker used to have cancer, they're gonna be like into this whole like creating a cancer charity and so on and so forth. But so it's the same thing with me. Like I've gone through this before, where I've paid, right. You know what I'm saying, where I didn't work 7 days or 14 days and use my paycheck to pay for a certain event, or pay to be on a game mixtape, or pay to be on Bow Wow mixtape, or pay to do this or pay to do that, because I felt like there was an opportunity. And I started to learn as I figured out the way wealthy handle business and how they exploit us and the whole system and shit. As I understood that, that's when I started to realize, damn, there is a truth to me being exploited in the shit that I'm doing.
Yeah. So I was similar to you. In fact, I had, and I could tell the truth, because what am I lying for? I had even went as far as saying like, oh, he's a culture vulture. Verse broke it down to me. Not only do he feed people that look just like us, employ people that look just like us, he even gives the artist a chance to make your own money. Hey,
the same way Amazon does, the same way. Like let's not make it about
turkeys out.
You said what?
I said same way Nino Brown was giving out turkeys, right?
That's okay. Y'all people focus too much on the person than the action. People focus way too much on the action or the person and not the action.
I'm not
Nino.
What's wrong with Nino giving out turkeys? I'm from that era.
He's the person that's breaking down the community as well. So that's what he's saying. He's also damaging the community. By selling crack.
But that's uneducated, because he's not putting heroin and cocaine into the country.
He's not the problem, and that's what I keep telling people. Justice is not the problem. I don't try to name justice as the
you
main
haven't, and you haven't
doing this.
Yeah, you haven't. Let's be clear. We brought justice up.
He's a victim of this way of I gotta figure out how to feed my family. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it. Niggas is trying to feed their family. It's an insecure way of doing it, and it's a fucked up way of doing it. But that's the way the system develops that mindset by any means necessary.
Yo, hold up. And I agree with you on that. But hear me out, though. You know history, right?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick history jump right here. Before open markets and merchants and all that shit, what was the rule of the land? The sword, power, numbers. The fucking Genghis Khan was raping and fucking and killing everybody. Like, bro, what offset that is this new system that we live in that's based on merchants capitalizing on profit. That's, bro, so we can't get mad that it's facts. We went from tyranny, we went from fucking direct tyranny to shadow tyranny. I'm going to go in your bag now. So we went from direct tyranny to shadow tyranny with an open market. Some countries have closed markets, some have private sectors, public sectors, and both. So either way, my nigga, that's the system that you live in. What you're asking to do is tear the whole fucking system down. And
revolutionize.
I fuck with that and I feel that.
Do you think mankind is at a good place right now?
Say it again.
Do you think mankind is at a good place right now?
It's never been at a good fucking place.
So how is it that how can you say that these methods that they adopted is a good way of doing things, or just like, I get it, it's the way of life, but it's up to us as humans to try to figure out that it's not to try to figure out a way to make it better and moral.
Look, my boat is sinking.
There's always
options on how to patch up the. Go ahead, brother.
Let me say one more thing. The main problem with humanity is greed, bro. That's the main problem with humanity. In any culture of people, in any group of people, there is some greedy motherfucker that wants to either be greedy and have everything, or wants to be considered the superiority to everyone else. It's just like that. And so there's always, and maybe they are the ones that have succeeded to build this humanity that we fucked up in. And that's what we got to figure out how to change it.
Let me ask you this, Fe'la, though. To your point, in a world full of greedy ass fucking people, what will me and my family get for not being greedy?
Nothing.
We won't get to fucking eat. We don't get shit.
What do you get?
So
if you still greedy?
You gonna get some because you gonna fucking participate and be greedy.
Hold on.
And put your own shit down.
The majority of these people that are in a poor and working class are people that are fed to try to chase the greedy American dream. So a lot of these motherfuckers are greedy, and that greed ain't got the majority of you anywhere. Maybe it got a few. Maybe it got some in the cracks. But the majority, the masses, the greed is not helping you.
Yeah.
The greed on top of greed is keeping everybody in this cycle of needing to fucking fuck each other over in order to have to get over, and then you gotta fuck another person over only for the government to put you all the way back again.
You're right.
It's all screwed up.
I got a question for you, and I'm not here to disagree with you, and I'm not here to change your mind. I think you're a proud, wonderful father. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Would you starve your kid to feed mine? Of course not.
Would I start?
Would you starve your child?
That's a small picture.
Would you
make the picture bigger?
Okay, perfect. Would you bleed our community to help a community in Africa? Would you bleed South Phoenix to feed somebody in Ghana?
No.
You gotta talk about his. I was about to say you might have to go to his community.
Okay.
Whether it's my community or anybody else's community, I'm gonna find a whole way to try to do that, even if I never succeed in it. Me consistently doing what I do is going to be the example for somebody else, and they're going to be the example for somebody else, and they're going to be the example for somebody else. Even if I never succeed, I'm still benefiting, standing on my ground and standing on my beliefs, so that other people can come behind that, and we can figure out a way to have this revolution that needs to be had.
Perfect. And do you believe, right, that your voice is heard? Because I believe niggas listen to you. Do you agree with that?
Say it one more time.
Do you agree? Do you believe that your voice is heard? Like when you take these stances and you educate local artists, do you believe that they're listening to you? Because I believe that they are.
Correct. Yeah, I do. Okay. I do.
Now watch this. So when you give a guy all the information that you just gave our crowd and everybody that's listening, and then they say, "Hey, Justice, I got my 500." That person is not being exploited. Do you understand that? Do you understand that these guys are willingly signing up?
It's not that simple. It's not that simple.
Best believe that when we're talking about
it takes more than just you hear, like I can't just sit here and tell you, hey bro, believe in Muhammad, and then I gave you some little things that might make sense. Like it's gonna take more than just me saying that. It's gonna take some kind of experience. It's gonna take more reading. It's gonna take a lot more than hearing this interview and then tomorrow saying, yo, I'm not doing it no more. Like it's just gonna take a little more, and then you might be able to do it.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. Would you say then that them going through the experience and seeing that experience wasn't for them could be part of the process of them just figuring out? I've been with the hip hop festival the Arizona Hip Hop Festival for a long time. I don't see the same faces. I don't see the exact same faces that I see today that I seen back then. There's some, but it's a lot of different faces. That means that either people have grown, just felt like it wasn't for them, or they just didn't continue with that particular entity. Right. So I personally, Corey, we've talked about, me and you said it earlier, I'm saying it now. I performed at local events. I did it one time. I did it twice, actually. I did it twice. And after the second time, I realized this is not for me. Whether or not I felt like in that moment that niggas was hating, niggas was trying to fuck me over, whatever it may be. Eventually, I got to the point where, no, I just wasn't ready for that, because I don't have the type of music that's going to go ahead and just grab niggas out of thin air once they hear me. I have the type of music that when the right people listen, they're going to rock with me, and then I will be able to perform in front of those people.
You don't have the experience.
But I went through that. I went through that experience, and I had to learn from it. I realized it wasn't for me.
Standing on the sideline.
And you know what the crazy part is too, on top of that? When you exceed your local scene and you get to the next level, and you are able to procure enough money to invest in yourself, to put yourself in front of somebody, to give yourself an opportunity, you feel me? You get in that bitch, and then you find out they exploiting niggas up there too. Then you get past, you know what
everywhere.
I mean? You make a hit record. You make a hit record. That shit getting played everywhere. You look at your bank account, it don't reflect 5% of what that record made.
We're treating people based on a reflection of how the top treats us.
But as above as below, that's just the way it is, man. Like you can't.
But you can't leave it that way. It is the way it is right now. But you can't leave it there. You can't just say that's what it is. You can't do that.
No,
you can't.
You
gotta say it is what that's what it is.
There's an exception. There's an exception for everything. There's niggas like you that are necessary to provide what you do know to help people out who get exploited unwillingly and unknown. But if you know what the situation is, you've done it before. You've done no work to put yourself in a position to bless yourself in any type of marketability, fan base, profit, money, anything. If you didn't do the work, you cannot get upset when you take the opportunity that's for you.
I gotta change the battery on this camera real quick.
Go ahead.
I
was cooking and my man got me off.
Honestly,
it's gonna die. It's gonna die.
No, honestly, we do have to progress the conversation though. We do have to progress the conversation into something else and get everything going with Fe'la, because we haven't even talked about him as an artist and his music that he's working on, whatever it may be. So I'm going to go ahead and play a video, and we're going to come right back, and we're going to get into all of this. Shout out to everybody that's tapped in. We do see the comments. And yeah, we'll go ahead and take questions or whatever it may be as well for Fe'la.
Y'all to go out.
Yo. I want to say that, bro. You was spitting in that for real. You was spitting that. You had some bars in that. But what the fuck was happening to bro when Shorty pulled the CD out? Like, what was happening right there? What was that depicting?
The CD had him in a trance. Like, there's a skit that I had, a promotional skit where I was talking to the prostitutes and telling them that we was basically selling the CDs and not pussy. And I was basically taking them out of they profession of how they sell they pussy, and we gonna sell. I'm gonna pay you to sell these CDs instead of selling your thing.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro, because we be here for the shenanigans as well. That little that sequence had me tripping, bro. Yo, what the fuck? I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
My nigga 6 Keys. That's my nigga 6 Keys, man. I love my
what the fuck
nigga 6 Keys.
was happening right?
Man, me and bro, we did that.
It does make sense, but that shit had me fucked up.
We did that video together, man.
So when you say out loud that you feel like you are the greatest rapper of all time, is that something you truly believe in, and that's why you carry yourself like that?
I truly believe that. I truly believe that with all of the years of me doing the music that I've been doing, and not only that, but the knowledge I have is so divine. It's such divine wisdom that makes people who can't understand things be like, damn, it's always that I never looked at it like that kind of angle from me. You know what I'm saying? And my ability to be able to have that knowledge and be able to display that poetically allows the message to be more appealing to you. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you feel like as an artist? You feel like you're the greatest.
The greatest.
As an artist, what do you feel like you need then? What are you missing to be viewed as that to the rest of the world?
Money. Money, support, whatever it is. Whatever it is.
I can get you a slot at the festival.
The shit. I'm starting to come to a realization that the shit that I'm talking about is not something that the industry will ever want me to be a part of.
Absolutely.
If they got knowledge of who I am, which I believe they got knowledge. I believe the government got knowledge. I believe the CIA got knowledge of who I am, and they gonna do everything they can to keep me.
Well, I'm gonna just say this because I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna speak on that, and I hope not, because we don't need them looking at us. But I'll say this. That I personally, VA Verse, don't believe that you could become a successful artist from the level that you are now, with trying to still fight the system.
Oh, I believe I can. I believe that just like Malcolm was able to have the charisma and the voice and the knowledge and the wherewithal to say the things he said, or Fred Hampton, there's always that perfect storm that people can relate to how you're speaking, and there's always that motherfucker that can get to the people and reach the people to where the government can't control how people reach that. The only way they can control that is by, of course, killing you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Tone has a couple questions. He said, why all the hookers had to be black?
Now, one of them was white.
Okay. I thought I saw somebody that wasn't black as well. He said, what happened to your Spotify?
I deleted all of my, for one, I had dealt with Spotify deleting all of my shit. I don't know why they deleted my shit. I'm not sure why they deleted it. I ain't even had that many views on my shit. So it's not like it even looked like I was like in the hole, because I know they did like a major deletion where they would just delete. They just be deleting people.
Oh, shit. You were part of the people that got deleted when they did the mass delete.
When they did the mass delete, I was one of the people.
That delete was because that delete was because of falsified. Was that delete because of falsified numbers? Is that the delete you're talking about?
Listen,
I'm not saying your music. I'm not saying your music had fake streams. I'm saying, was that the delete that we're talking about? The one that they deleted for fake streams?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the delete I was talking about. And like I said, I still got my numbers on screenshots. Like, my numbers was nowhere near stream buying levels. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even have the whereabouts as far as financially to even spend my time on that. But one thing I did notice is that every now and then I would see a spike in my numbers, and they would come from a whole bunch of different countries. And these motherfuckers think they think they slick by pumping your numbers up, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook, and they do that to try to give you this sense of, hey, if you keep on posting and you keep on using our program and our app, you can get some money. You can get some. Hey, look, we're gonna give you some little views and shit. And I really believe they manipulate the numbers, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Instagram. I believe they psychologically do that to get you to use their app and their program more and more. But yeah, after they
get you to feel like you popping on there, so you should put more time. Yeah,
right. After they deleted, because they only deleted it on Spotify. So after they deleted it off Spotify, I ended up just deleting it off Apple, deleting the rest of it off of everything else, and then that's when I created my Fe'la website and said, "Fuck it, man! I'm just gonna have people come to my music directly."
DTC? You went DTC?
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's celebrated. That's something you gotta celebrate. I don't care what artist you is, where you at. If you able to go DTC and you're not, that's direct to customer. I'm sorry, y'all, but direct to consumer. But if you're ready to go, if you're able to go DTC, that's a blessing. I'm trying to go there next.
At the same time, because not a lot of people, most of my fan base, they look at my shit on Instagram and they don't go no further. They don't really go to my YouTube view channels. They don't really go to my Spotify or anything like that. It really stays on social media platforms. You know what I'm saying? And so because of that, it's really like it really makes you say, well, why would I have that anyways? If people ain't really going to my Spotify like that. If they really fucked with me, they would go directly to my website. You know what I'm saying? And then if I'm actually somebody in a place where I'm actually somebody and there's a demand of that, well, maybe we can revisit it. Then it makes sense to kind of revisit it, because you don't know how many times I've created songs and deleted songs. Dropped it, deleted. Dropped it, deleted. Like Roll Up is like a classic that a lot of people hear, they be like, it's amazing. Yeah, I showed you that 5 years ago. You thought the same thing, but because there's no machine throwing it in your face every single day, there's no record label throwing it in your commercial or on a fucking YouTube ad, or because there's no machine behind it, there's nothing pushing you to want to go see it again. You know what I'm saying?
So ultimately, just you analyzing yourself as an artist, you feel like the only thing missing is money. You feel like your music is there, your ability to make the music is there. If you had the money to promote yourself, or if you had the money behind you from a system, from an engine, then you would be able to elevate higher.
Yeah, because there's been
and be recognized.
Right?
Okay, I want to play this record.
When I did have money, again, it was during the time where I thought I was that nigga. I was a good rapper, maybe lyrically, but that it's that thing you missing. You still missing some shit. You still missing something that puts you across that line into professionalism. And so the money that I was making at the time, I was spending it on pay to plays. I was spending it on my equipment. I would always invest in my equipment and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And so, so yeah, man, you know, the more money I get, the more I'm able to catapult myself. But there's always that instant where anything can happen because of how good I am as an artist. Like I have a lot of people that are in the label, whether it's Punch from TDE, he fucks with me. It's from a distance, but at the same time, it's like if he gives me certain advice, certain little things, he'll tell me, "Hey, bro, do this. Hey, bro, do that." Certain things like that. You know what I'm saying? But these certain industry cats have told me, and I really appreciate them telling me, like, "Yo, if I take you on, it wouldn't be fair because I'm so busy in whatever it is that I'm doing. I just can't do that." You know what I'm saying? So regardless of what it is, there's always that point in time where my ability might make a way for me.
Shout out to Punch. Shout out to TDE. Look, we're finna play this Vibes record from you.
Do you think the stuff that hold on real quick? I heard you say earlier that the stuff you rap about the industry wants they don't want you. Wouldn't you agree that some of your content, Common, J. Cole, Lupe, all mainstream artists have the same message in their content?
I definitely would say it, but I believe it's not said how I say it.
Okay.
I don't think it's on the level. I believe, like I said, I believe Cole is a smart nigga. I believe Kendrick is a smart nigga. I don't know to how much they know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much they even feel obligated to say anything that they do know.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that there are some things that are not being said through the music that I am saying and will be saying.
Fair enough.
The greatest rapper to ever live.
Talk that shit, Fe'la. Hey, I don't rap. That's these niggas. Talk that shit, nigga.
Yeah, they ain't got nothing on me. I love y'all.
I'm not here to talk about.
But they ain't got nothing.
Yeah, I'm not here as an artist. But yeah, let's play this.
I'll take that.
Vibes.
I'll take that.
Let's
You
play
better
this.
stop that shit.
Yeah, I'm not here as an artist. Here as a podcaster.
Nothing on me.
Everybody's so shell. Hey, did you catch that, Corey? Everybody's so shellfish.
Out that record.
And I'm allergic.
Say it again.
Everybody's so shellfish and I'm allergic.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Still ain't better than me though.
I hate it.
Still ain't better than me though. No, you fucked up, nigga. Hey, but no, real shit though. That shit was dope though, nigga. You can rap. I'll give you that. Yeah.
Thank you, man. It's not just my ability to rap. It's my ability to take the message, the already controversial message that I have, and to be able to present that through music. That's the ability. That's the part that makes that stands me out.
I like the video. I like the black and white. I like the message that you tried to come across with. Of course, just like Corey, you're rapping. And I like this as far as the hook goes. I like this better than the last track. It's more catchy for me. I don't think there was a hook for real on the other one. I might be mistaken.
Kind of. It was a hook, but it was just like you know.
But this one, the black and white is classic. It remind me of motherfucking the GOAT Ice-T and what's my shit and
y'all niggas in Ice-T, man. Y'all niggas love comparing me to Ice-T.
No, not you. Not no. Y'all don't rap the same. I'm talking about the look. That's how Ice-T was dressed.
The look.
Right before he shot Pookie in New Jack City.
Hey, he was.
Yeah, does the bulletproof vest real?
No.
It is, but no plate.
I'm about to say he had no plates.
Okay.
That's illegal.
I saw that you shot this. I saw that because you was definitely. I wanted to know because you was standing in front of the courthouse.
Yeah, I was nervous.
But did nobody bothered you? Nobody bothered you while you was there?
Sunday afternoon, huh? What day was that?
It was a Sunday. We was moving.
Yeah, I know it.
Nigga, you gotta.
Not that I wouldn't, but for the sake of trying to get the project done, yeah.
Oh, you would put? So you saying you would pull up on a Tuesday?
I would have did it on a Tuesday.
Man, don't fuck with
Yeah,
the people.
I don't know.
I'm telling you as a brother, don't fuck.
They would have turned it up on your ass. All right.
Nah, they would have just told me to leave.
They would have turned it up on your ass.
100%. They would have beat your ass.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
What year was this shot?
This was shot, I believe, this year.
Oh, okay.
24 or 23?
24.
Okay, because I was about to cook you if it was like 2020 or 2021. I was about to be like, no, nobody was within 50 miles of that shit. Okay.
Yeah, police know me very well. The Phoenix police know me very well.
I want to say
revolutionary tendencies or
for the protesting. I got a lawsuit against them. Some more shit.
Cool.
I want to say that I'm always gonna lean on the person that's gonna say you're wild for the niggas at our level are doing what we do, saying or believing or paranoid, whatever you want to call it, that the government is watching them and that they're trying to stop them and stuff like that. Because my view on the government is that if the government was trying to get rid of me, I'd be gone. Because I'm not one of them.
Please.
I could the government. I feel like I don't know. Maybe all four of us and every nigga that's watching this fucking live feed. If the government wants you gone, you be gone.
They got I guarantee you, the CIA have some sort of algorithm or some sort of surveillance where they are following people who feel like they can have some sort of tool, and they do something to put some shit in their way. I guarantee it.
For sure, but they levels to that shit. You know what I'm saying? If niggas want you gone, you be gone, bro.
Absolutely.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
No, it's necessarily. It's absolutely necessarily. Well, if them niggas want to,
there's still a possibility that they don't know your capabilities yet too.
Oh, okay.
There's still a possibility.
Okay. But if they watching you, they know your capabilities, nigga. They know exactly what you're capable of.
Man. Let's invest in shit, bro. Shit.
But no, I want to say though, we appreciate you coming through. You have gotten the longest interview on this podcast that any person has ever got, so let's celebrate that. And I think that that's genuinely because the conversation was going other places, and regretfully we didn't really get to talk much about your artistry. But we appreciate you for coming here.
I appreciate y'all for having me. It usually, absolutely. I promise you, every interview I do never goes the way they intended it to go. It just never does.
Okay. And it's okay.
I'm saying it's always because of I bring the intellect out of niggas, because sometimes y'all get dumbed down with certain people that you have to talk to. You know.
Hey, Fe'la, cut the shit, man. Cut the shit, man. Hey, cut the shit. I was gonna let you go.
I was just saying.
Cut the shit.
So I had to bring the intellect out where you like, oh, I can get in my little intellect bag.
Nah, cut the shit, bro.
I appreciate y'all for having me. I really love this show, man. For real, man. I really appreciate what y'all do.
Hey, much love. We really appreciate you for coming. We really appreciate you for coming. Pause.
Peace and love, y'all. Make sure you play vibes. Make sure you play vibes. I'm out of pocket.
You said make sure what?
You play vibes.
You need to plug yourself and let everybody know where they can follow you. Let them know your socials so they can go and send you the rebuttals.
Are you replying to diss records this year?
I'm really not trying to diss nobody like that, especially this year, because then it's a trend that I'm hopping on, and I don't hop on trends. But plus, I don't really diss people unless I really feel like I got a problem with you.
Also, what was the score of you and Marley Park?
3-0.
30 ball.
Marley Park he's a dope artist. He's a dope dude. He's a great husband, great father. You know what I'm saying? Great person.
Oh, no.
It's so
when you have to start calling nigga a great husband, a great father, that's crazy.
Nasty
but I 3-0'd him. I 3-0'd him really bad too. It was really bad. But
that's
yeah,
crazy. That's
make
crazy.
sure you play vibes because you said 3. You only played 2.
I will. I will.
Vibes.
I will play it. I will play it absolutely. But you will be gone when I play it. Because we gotta get you out of here. You've been here for 2 hours. And you have officially overstayed your welcome. You got to go.
Get out my house.
I love y'all, man. I'll stay tuning in, man. Appreciate y'all. We're going to grow together.
All right. Hey, peace and love. Blessings, bro.